Hey, diecast fans and collectors. Today I want to share with you Fat Boys. Now, most of you have probably never even heard of these, and I am the perfect person to share these with you because I have a lot of them. When I was younger, my mom had a weird obsession with these, and she would buy every single one she seen. I had play sets, I had everything. These are the trucks, mind you. These are the cars. So, I don't think we're going to take a look at every single one in this video, or this video, I don't know, maybe we will. But, I don't have all of them, because I still find ones every now and then in little lots and stuff that I don't have, so that there's quite a bit of them out there. All I know is my mom used to buy them for me at Target, and, she went nuts with them, man. Like, I had so many of them, it wasn't even funny. I guess we'll start with the trucks first, because I have something that is quite rare that I couldn't even find on eBay when I searched it up a long time ago. I'm sure if this did sell, some reseller would sell it for like $200, $300, $100 at least. But let's get out some of these guys. Okay, so we're probably starting off with some of the more cooler ones first, but this came with a playset, a bus station. Now, funnily enough, these playsets did come back out later down the road with some weird micro machine knockoff thing that Walmart had, and I did rebuy them. So I have like all of them twice except for the fire station, the police. I don't think I even have the fire station, the police station anymore. But yeah, this is a little bus, like probably like a Greyhound or something. They do roll. Keep in mind, this thing's kind of dirty. It's very old. This is probably over 20 years old, I would say. And it has been severely played with. I used to play with these all the time when I was younger. I never see these on the internet, I feel like. They're semi-trucks. These are more fancier models. They did have fancier models where they made rubber tires on them. So, you can see that right there. Now, the rims do come off these sometimes. So, you got this gray semi here. That's not the only semi I have. I have some more. We got this yellow one here. You can see he's missing a rim. One of his rims did come off. X times wide. Pretty cool. This, I think, was my first one. This one was always my favorite for some reason. Turbo racing. This is the first one that ever had that problem with the wheel popping off. Now this here, it sucks that that's gone. But this is the thing I was talking about that is probably very rare, and I'm not sure if one of these will ever be on the internet ever. There was a car transporter. And I am very happy to say I have one. I wish I had all the rims in the trailer, but the fact that I have the transporter in the truck is pretty cool. But yeah, we got a semi-truck here. This definitely was an official Fat Boy thing. I remember getting, I think it even came with a car, if I remember correctly. Let's look at the bottom. I think it says, what year were these made? 2003. So yeah, these are pretty much 20 years old. But yeah, my mom just had an obsession with these, and every time she's seen a new one that she didn't think I had, she bought it. Some of them she bought doubles of, because I do have a lot of Volkswagen Beetles and Audis. For some reason, she always thought I didn't have that one. Here's probably one of the more rarer ones. This one came with a play set. The fire station. I believe I still do have all the fire trucks that came with that one, too. Yeah, this guy also came with it. I'm trying to remember if there was a bigger fire engine, but I don't think there was. I think there was just these two. So you had like it looks like a Dodge ambulance. Some of these were licensed, mind you. Some of them were. Later, we're going to see a Camaro, Mustang, a Mercury, a few different ones, actually. Right now, we're actually about to see a licensed car. I think a Toyota 4Runner. I think. So we got a Toyota 4Runner. They don't say they're licensed, so I almost wonder if they just did these and didn't license them. But they definitely are licensed cars. You can tell 100% they're licensed. So we got like a Toyota here. Pretty cool. Or a Lexus. We've got a Cadillac Escalade. Pretty cool. I think that one actually might be. Yep, that one has GM. That one was licensed. I do have some off-brand ones too. These things are honestly popular enough that Big Lots got off-brands. And yes, my mom did grab them. Oh, this used to have a dumper. I don't know if I still have it around here somewhere. It might actually be in this bag. Another one of these. You know what? I should honestly pop a couple of the rims off of the one that is like less good looking of these and put it on them ones that are missing, like the yellow one and the purple one. I bet I could. We've got a Dodge Ram in green with flames. My favorite one when I was younger was always the red one, just the plain red one, which I still have, very happily to say that. And I think this was licensed. I think, right? Yep, I think so. So there's a Dodge. We've got a Ford F-150. Pretty cool one. One of these days, I need to make a Hot Wheel F-150 that looks like this. Just because. This was like one of my favorite ones too as a kid. Some of them are dirty, but I think if I wiped them down, they'd be clean. Oh, we got a Ford F-100. This was, I think, one of my first ones I ever got. There's also one of these with flames. It's purple, which I have an RC car of, but it's kind of difficult to get to right now. I have a mini RC car, which is a little bit bigger than this guy, but I have a little RC car of this guy. If you guys want to see it, let me know in the comments section. I'll do a video on it. It doesn't run, unfortunately, but yeah, I do have a mini RC of this guy. There's a blue one there. Not of that guy. I have a mini RC of the purple one. Then we've got, I think this might be a fantasy truck. Or it might be a Chevy or something. I don't know what it is, but there are fantasy ones too. I think if it was a... Oh, it says... What? It says what it is right there. Short staff, I think. So it's not a real car. That one is definitely one of their own designs. Here's another off-brand one, a little tow truck. He has seen some action in his life. These ones are really get banged up because these ones are die-cast. These are not die-cast, if you're wondering. These are plastic. The bottom's die-cast, but the top of them are usually always plastic, except for the off-brands. My favorite one. I'm so glad this guy's still around. Whoa, 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 whoa. The Dodge. I love this one. I always wanted them to make a blue one. I think they may have, or I might even have it, because my mom had a blue one of these when I was a kid. She still does, but she never drives it. Off-brand truck. Tow truck. A fire tow truck, which lost the hook, unfortunately. Here's the one I was talking about. I have an RC car of. I have an RC car of this guy. One of these days, I gotta try to see if I can find another one of these on eBay because I need another one. Because right there, I don't like that. But yeah, these are my childhood ones. I used to play with these a lot. Fantasy car. Don't know what it is. What's it called? It probably says this either came with a shirt. Yes, these guys had shirts at one point, guys. These had shirts at one point. I used to have shirts with these guys on them. We've got a Ford Expedition, I think this is. Very cool one. I really wish these would come back sometimes because they were just like, I don't know, they were kind of cool, you know? They were kind of cool. I mean, right now, I know cartoons are getting popular. I feel like if these made a comeback, they could be popular again. I don't know. I feel like they could. Let's see if I can clean off that roof. I hope that's not a chip. Oh, unfortunately it is. Red Escalade. That was my favorite one. That sucks if that's chipped. Oh, it sucks. Off-brand Humvee. We're trying to be a Humvee. You said one of those had a gun in the back of it. Or no, I didn't used to. I still do. There he is. His gun broke, though. His little cannons broke. You got a little Humvee one there. Off-brand van. I used to have a lot of this one for some reason. I think this one came from Dollar Tree, but I'm not sure. Then we've got I think a Land Rover. I did not know that when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I know what that is. I'm pretty sure it's a Land Rover in green. There's a blue one, I think, later coming. I don't know what this is. I know it's a real car. I recognize the shape, but I have no idea what it is. And I don't think it says either. Or no, actually, I think it does say what it is. What is this car? It's some kind of foreign car. I know that for sure. Oh, it looks like it's another type of Land Rover. Okay, cool. We've got a... Oh, wow, I never noticed this was a Mitsubishi when I was younger. Probably a Mitsubishi Pajero? Probably. Or Montario. My dad had a Montario. Does that look like... kind of looks like it. That might be a Montario. That's a Mitsubishi, though. I never knew what that was when I was younger. I'm glad I'm looking at them now, because now that I'm older, I know what some of them are. We've got a... I think this is the same one as that one we looked at earlier, the Lexus or the Toyota 4Runner. I think that's what it is. Ah! Flipping them around. Yep. Just, that's it. And I think this might be a fancy car. This might be a Lincoln, actually. Actually might be a Lincoln. It looks like a Lincoln. Fat Boy, I don't know. It doesn't say. It might just be a fantasy car. I know it did come with a playset. Usually the playsets would come with fantasy cars, so there's one there. This here, I believe, is a Chevy. I believe. I always wanted another one of these, but I never found another one. I wanted like a different color of it. Actually, I think this is licensed. What is this? Does it say GM? No, this is not a licensed car. It says something right there, but I'm not sure what that is. But this is a fantasy one, I guess. Very beautiful fantasy one, for sure. We've got a front end loader, which is missing the bucket, unfortunately. Probably never will find another one of those again. Oh, there's another semi in here. I forgot about this one. I liked this one, too. Turbo Racing. Very cool. I like that one. Another playset car. This came with the police station. It is a flatbed police hauler. Probably will not see that anywhere else. I doubt many of these have survived over the years. Another off-brand ambulance there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We got that truck again from earlier. This actually came with something my mom bought me for Christmas that she found on Facebook Marketplace. It had like a little car transporter. Unfortunately, man, there was a Chevelle in there with flames. I never even knew there was a Chevelle, but it was broken. That's one bad thing about these. Since they're plastic, they can break. I've never really had it happen, but that one did. And that was kind of sad, man. But yeah, we got this, what this one called again? The short stuff. Oh, it's called short stuff. Okay. I could read that one better. I got another one of these. Like I said, my mom would just buy them. Sometimes you had to buy other ones to get a different car. So, like, there'd be like the same car in one pack, and you'd have to buy it to get that car, and you'd get another one of that one car. That started happening, I feel like, more towards the end of these guys' lifespan. I always wondered why this company went out of business. I felt like these were popular. But I don't know. Another Expedition. Off-brand van. I'm glad that one survived. I always liked that one. I called that one the Sun van. Oh, I did have a blue Dodge. I wanted a plain one, though. Not this fancy one. I always wanted a plain one. That's what I meant. I wanted a plain one, but I had this fancy one, which is still cool. Off-brand fire truck. Surprised he still has his ladder all these years. Another Land Rover in silver. And we got another Land Rover in blue, and that's the end of the trucks. Then we go on to the cars, and there are some cool cars. Oh, jeez, I just dropped the phone. That was... Oh, boy, I messed up with the exposure. That better? Yeah, there we go. Blue Land Rover. Okay, here we go. Here's where some of my car people are going to start getting excited. Because we've got old school muscle cars in here. We've got some tuners for some of you guys out there like tuners. So you might want to stick around if you like that. Because there's some cool stuff. I doubt you're going to see this anywhere else on the internet. Because I have a ton of these. Look at this. This is all my cars. There's some cool... There's the Chevelle I was talking about. I'm so sad about that. I want to find that one again someday. Okay, so we've got a Pontiac GTO. Look at that. Yellow. Very cool. That was always one of my favorite ones when I was younger. Got a GTO. Then we've got a... I have no idea what this car is. Let me see. Does it say what it is? It might be a Lexus. It don't really say. I don't know. If you guys know what that is, let me know. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's based off of something real, but I don't know what it is. I believe this is a fantasy car. I believe this came with a shirt, too. There's two variants of this one, because there's one that has orange lights painted on the outside. I believe that's the one that came with the shirt. I don't even know if I have that one anymore. I think this is a fantasy car, though. Yeah, it is. Undertaker. Yep. There he is. This one here is definitely a Mercedes. It does not have the emblem on it, or maybe it does. I don't know, but is it licensed? Does it say that? No, it has no licensing on it. That might be why this company went under, because they didn't get licensing. And they obviously made cars that should have been licensed. We've got a Mustang for my people out there that like Mustangs. Look at this. That's so awesome, dude. This car here, I believe this is a Ford Thunderbird, right? I think this is a Ford Thunderbird. Or it's a Ford Escort. I'm not sure which one, but it's one of them. For sure. We've got a Mustang. They made a big deal out of this one. There was an RC car of this one. A big RC car of this one. I think it was red, but it might have been yellow. I swear I had it. I definitely had a red Corvette one. I know that, because I'm not going to say what I did, but I did not live in the best environment growing up, and an animal went to the bathroom on the floor, and I kind of ran it over with that, and that's a very, very specific memory I have of that car. Oh crap! Here it is. Not the radio, but it looked exactly like this, but it was big. It was this right here, but it was big. This was it right here, but it was big. Exact car and everything, but it was a bigger one. Corvette right there for you. Another Mustang in red. I love some of the wheels on these two. Look at them wheels, guys. Awesome. I think I have that guy in yellow too. Dodge Viper. Love it, love it, love it. Love the Dodge Viper. I think that was like one of my first ones I ever got. I think when I first got them, I only got like 6 or 8 of them. Playset car. This is probably a fantasy car. They've used this car a couple times. We'll see it later where it's dark blue and has a yellow design on it. No, maybe it is a licensed car because it doesn't have a name on it. If you guys know what that car is, let me know. I am not sure what it is, but I've always liked this car. This is probably my favorite one. Some of the ones that come with my playset were my favorite one. Definitely came with a shirt. There is a variation of this guy, if I remember correctly. Not a real car. Made up car. I'll show you the name. Delete. His name is Delete. Off-brand fire truck Ferrari thing. There are no Ferraris as far as I know. Old school Corvette. Look at that. Purple. I believe I have a red one too. I'm glad I do because that car looks amazing in red. One I got with a shirt, for sure. I remember the shirt I had actually had this car on it. Yep, definitely one I got with the shirt. I remember that being on there and I was bummed and my parents bought me another one because of that. I have two of that car because of that. Now guys, there were also, you guys remember like when Fast and Furious came out, it was kind of popular and stuff. And the car tuner scene and everything was popular. They made tuned versions of different cars. I don't know if they're real. I know one is. There's a Mitsubishi Eclipse in here. And it kind of looks like Paul Walker's. That's what they were going for anyway. But it's a different Eclipse. Speed Team. I think this is a licensed car. Is it? I'm not sure. I think it is. Is this a... Oh, I'm stupid. This is a Mitsubishi. I am sorry. You guys probably think I'm dumb right now. I didn't realize that's a Mitsubishi. We've got a Lexus. That was always one of my favorite ones. Oh, I hope that spoiler doesn't break soon. Got a Lexus there. Pretty cool. Look at the little tailpipes. Oh, these were so fun. That one had it too. We've got a, I think a Toyota, I think this is a Toyota Silica, I think. There's a blue one of these. There was. I don't know if I still have it, but I remember having a blue one. We've got a, I have no idea, fantasy car maybe. But it's like a tuned one. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I have no idea. Corvette Stingray. My favorite one of this was always the white one. I hope I still have it. I know I have a couple of this orange one. Another off-brand. Another off-brand. A Volkswagen Beetle. This also comes in yellow, and I have a lot of them. Sadly, this no longer works. I don't know if I could change the battery. Yes, I could. These had neon lights on the bottom of them that worked. I don't remember how much they were. All I know is my mom did not buy me many of them, so they were probably expensive. And I believe this is a Subaru. Yes, it is. We've got a Beetle right here. Oh, crap. Oh, I did not like that. Hit the other one. Another Subaru, but a not fancy Subaru. And yes, guys, they did make the classic Subaru, the one you're thinking about, with this car, with the blue, with the yellow. They did make it. I do have it. We will be seeing that. One of my favorite off-brands. I'm really sad it's not in the better condition, but I'm happy he's still around. A Thunderbird. Ford Thunderbird. Purple. Fantasy car. I believe it came with a shirt. Zip. It's called a Zip. Let's zip it out of here. Woo! You guys want me to someday? I think these spit on the racetrack. We could race these. We've got a, I want to say Cadillac, but I think this is a Pontiac, right? I want to say it's a Cadillac, but that front end does not look like a Cadillac. That looks more like a Pontiac thing. Maybe it is a Cadillac, though. But yeah, we got a car with fins. Let's just call it that for now. This was definitely one that came with a shirt. It has seen better days, but I had so many of this car that it wasn't even funny. So, you know what? That's fine that it looks like that. There's probably another one in here. Bel Air. Bel Air, Bel Air, Bel Air. I definitely remember one of my first ones was a green one. A green Bel Air. I remember that one just like it was yesterday. Had no idea a blue one of these existed. This came with the thing my mom got me off Facebook Marketplace for Christmas a few years ago. Blue. I had no idea this car came in blue. But it does. And I'm very happy I have it, because this was like one of my favorite cars when I was younger. Phat Coupe, I think is what it's called. Another off-brand in silver. Another Corvette, different type. I forgot what this one's called. I'm sorry. I just know it's a Corvette. I don't think it's a Stingray, right? I think the Stingray is the one. Here's that one car I mentioned earlier. With the stripe on it. Playset car. I believe it came with a gas station. Another playset car that I believe came with a drive-through or a car wash. Always loved this car. I wanted them to make this car in so many other colors. I love this car. This was like the playset cars are some of my favorite ones. They were just so cool looking. I love them. Like we're gonna see one later. It looks like a gremlin. It might even be a gremlin. That one's my favorite too. I love that one. We got this one here, or maybe it's not in here yet, but I definitely remember having it in my hand in my dad's car. So like, it definitely is not lost. Lexus, Mustang, just a clean looking Mustang. Another playset one, police car. I believe it's supposed to be a Lincoln Town car. I always wanted more of these, but you had to buy the playset to get them. Off-brand. Fantasy car. This came with a shirt. I remember it. It came with a shirt. I think the shirts came with 2 cars, if I remember correctly. Flame Out, I think it's called. Mustang. Very cool. Here's the Mitsubishi I was speaking of earlier. Don't that kind of look like Paul Walker's? They were totally trying to do that. Don't even tell me they weren't. I love the Eclipse. It makes me wonder if there was a cheaper version of the Eclipse. I don't have it, but it makes me wonder. One of my first ones right there. The green Bel Air. Oh, I love this one so much. I played with this one so much as a kid. I'm surprised I didn't lose it all the places I took it. Another orange Stingray. Probably better condition than the one we saw previously. Oh, my favorite Stingray, the white one. I love the white one. Here it is. I love the white one. Always been one of my favorites. Love that one. Oh, the other car my parents bought me the shirt to get. Bought me another shirt to get. This car right here. Red. 2 of those. Another Ford. It's got that same design as that one fantasy car. Another one of these cars. In yellow. This is a car that I'm sure came with a shirt or something. I don't know. It was in the weird thing my mom got me off Facebook Marketplace. I never had seen this car until then. But yeah, it's this guy right here. Pretty cool. Mustang in yellow. Always my favorite version of this car. I love this car in yellow. One of my school teachers had a silver one with a black top. I rode in it a lot. Mercedes. Love to see it. I love the Mercedes. One of my favorite off-brands. I actually kind of have a micro machine that looks exactly like this guy, which is also an off-brand, which is awesome. I think a Dodge Daytona or a Plymouth Superbird. I don't think it says, but that's definitely what it's trying to be. Had that one a long time. A Toyota Supra. Yes, they made the Supra, people, and yes, this was one that lit up, but it needs a battery change. I believe this is a Ford Galaxy in purple. I used to have a... I hope I still have my lime green one. That was my favorite one when I was younger. I love their lime green one. I'm just going to dump them out here. Mercury. Not my favorite of the Mercury. My favorite one is going to come. Another Ford. Dodge Viper in orange. Another fantasy car, I believe it came with a shirt. It's probably called the Cam, honestly. Yep, that is exactly what it's called. It's called the Cam. Here's the car I love. I love this car. It looks like a gremlin, but it's not. Look at that, though, man. I love this car. I'm so happy this guy is still around. Don't know what this is. It's some fantasy car. What is it called? I don't know. I don't know what that says, but it's a fantasy car. Bel Air in red. I forgot I had a red one. Wish I had a blue one. Fantasy car. Came with a shirt. I had a lot of shirts. So if you're like, oh, it came with a shirt. Yeah, it did. Shorty. I think I like this car more now. Mustang. Always liked this one. This was like one of my first ones I got in my first 8. Right there. I believe we have an Impala. I believe that's an Impala. Or is that a... No. That is a Lincoln Continental. Holy crap, I can't believe they made a Lincoln Continental. That's crazy. I wish they made it in black. Maybe they did, I just didn't have it. This guy, again, he looks like the Shorty. I bet that's what he's called. This guy definitely came with a shirt. Is it the Shorty? No, it's not. It's called something else. Wee Willie. Wee Willie. Another one of that guy. Another Beetle. I still find these things laying around all the time. I find, if you guys want any of these, I guarantee you can find some of the Beetles. The Beetles, there are so many of them. There are so many Beetles. I find them all the time. Another one of that guy. I didn't know I had 2 of him. My favorite Mercury. That was like one of my first 8 right there. That might be why it's my favorite, but I just like that color. Sun Van. That should be in with the vans. I don't know why that's in with the cars. Dollar store police car. Couldn't even find enough of those to get a police force either. Corvette. Love that color. That's a beautiful color on it too. Silver. Another one of these. Yes, I did have multiples of some of the play sets. Firebird, or... Yeah, I think this is a Firebird. Very nice color on that. Another fantasy car. Pretty cool. It's called the Silo, it looks like. Or Sub. It's called the Sub. Another Mitsubishi. This one lit up. One of these days I'll have to see if I can get batteries in these and do a video of them lighting up for you guys. I'm curious if they still work. One of my first ones, Mustang. I've always loved this Mustang. I'm surprised Hot Wheels has never made a Mustang in this color. Really, I am really surprised at that. Another one of my first 8. Teal Corvette. Love that one. Another Lincoln. Red. Oh, I don't think I have my green Galaxy anymore. That was my favorite one. I'm sad that one's gone. I have no idea what this car is. I know it's something real and I should know. Is it a Dodge Challenger? I think it's a Dodge Challenger. Yes, it is. It is a Dodge Challenger. I had no idea they made a Dodge Challenger. See, I'm glad I'm looking at them again. Mustang. They put some neat colors on some of these. Why? I should know what this car is. I should know what this car is. I am really recognizing the front end right now, but I can't put my finger on what this car is. Is it Lexus? It is. It's a Lexus, right? It's gotta be. Oh, it actually has a name on it. Does it say Subaru? Maybe it is a Subaru. Yeah, you know what? I think that is a Subaru. Oh, crap. Ah! That was one of my first fancy ones I got, and I just dropped it. These ones are metal, but I think I just did that. That was not there a second ago, was it? Fantasy car. Dragonfire. Another one of this card. I don't know what it is. What the a Saab. Now, I was telling somebody the other day on a group I was in one time. I was chatting with people, and I was like, and someone was like, "Does anyone know where you can get a die-cast Saab?" I was like, well, "I don't know where you can get a die-cast, but I know where you can get one." I showed them this. They're like, "What the heck? Where did you get that?" Yeah, there's a Saab. I think this might be the only way you can get a Saab. But yeah, there's a Saab right there. There's also a silver one if I still have it. Mercedes, or it might be a Lexus. Yep. Or it might even be a Toyota, I don't know. Weird car, came with the thing my mom got me. What is it called? It doesn't have a name. That's sad. Oh, here's a Cadillac. This one's a Cadillac for sure. Oh, they really should have made this thing in pink. Just pink with a white roof. I say that and I thought I just pulled it out, but this is another one of that, I think, Pontiac car. I think this is a Pontiac. I swear it is. Corvette. That has yellow taillights, bro. Weird car. Sorry about that. Chopper, it looks like it's called. Mercedes, always been one of my favorites. I love this Mercedes. It is beautiful. Just a beautiful car. Oh boy. Another Mercedes. I think we already seen that one. Another fantasy car. I think this is also going to... No, it's not a sub. It's not a sub. It's, is it called a Cutter? Cruiser? I think it's called a Cruiser. Audi TT. They also made it in red. I think I have the red one still, right? Please tell me I still have the red one. Yes, I do. It's right there. Audi TT. One of these days I might make a blue one with a black hood because I actually have a few of these Audi TTs. I'm not kidding. Look. This car they packaged with so many other ones. I ended up with 3 of them. Look at that. 3 Audi TTs. Oh, wait, I think I'm noticing there's a variation. Is there like a different headlight color? No, there's not. But yeah, there's Audi TTs. There might even be one more. Oh, here's the other Saab. Yes, I still have the silver Saab. There's the silver Saab. Another off-brand. The Corvette I was speaking of earlier. So happy they made that in red. Beautiful color for that car. Cool. I find them all the time when I go through my storage unit, guys, so there might be more of them in boxes I haven't gone through yet. Supra! In blue, and it was a light-up one. Doesn't work anymore. One of these days it probably will, though. GTO, another one. I've always loved this one. This is one of the first few I got, too. It might have been more than 8, actually. There used to be a truck that kind of looked like that one. Another one of this guy. Didn't we already see this guy? I swear we did. Fume out? Maybe we didn't see him. Oh, we did. This one came with a shirt for sure. I remember this one. This might actually be a real car. Is this a Nissan Z? Oh my goodness. I think this is a Nissan Z. I never noticed that. It has another name, though, so I think it's supposed to be a fancy car. That's definitely a Nissan Z. I think a 350. Another white Corvette. This one's a bit more dirty. This car definitely came with a shirt. This was like the one I saw, and I was like, I have to have that. That's just too weird. What's it called? Something. My phone's annoying me. I'm sorry, guys. A Dodge Neon. They did a Dodge Neon. That's funny. Mercedes. Another Supra. This was my first fancy one right here. This one and the orange one I dropped earlier. First one right here. I think this is a Corvette. Yeah, it is. It's a different Corvette. Subi. They also did gold wheels on that one too. That's awesome. They did that. Here's the one you guys are probably thinking of. They did him. Another Corvette. This one's blue. It's not green. It's blue. Trust me, they're different. Yeah, you can see. I can't remember which one was my first time. I think it was the blue one, but I don't know. Off-brand. I do not know. Maybe another Thunderbird, but a different year. Oh, wait, it says something on it. Yeah, it's definitely a Ford. It says Ford Motor on the bottom of it. Mustang. Clean looking one. I always liked them when they did them clean instead of doing all the crazy designs on them. I like the clean ones. I think this is another sub. Is that what this is called? No, it's called a Dino 1. This is literally the same car as the sub, though. I swear it is. Camaro. I never knew this was a Camaro when I was younger. I believe there was an RC car of this one, too. I didn't have it, but I swear there was. I swear I remember it. Weird car. Weird car. It does not have a name. No name. Ford. Another one is Dragonfire. The broken one. Oh. I swear that was a Chevelle, dude. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a fancy car, but it sucks so much. That was one of the ones my mom got out of the Facebook thing, and it's broke, dude. Like, oh, I was so sad about it. I didn't have that one. That would have been my favorite one ever if I would have had that one when I was younger. Off-brand. I used to have 2 of those. I guess I don't anymore. That might be a Saab, too. Yeah, that actually might be a Saab. Another Sun van. And this car. And last, a Camaro in brown. So that is all of them. I'm trying to make sure there's no more hidden. Nope, that was all of them. If I find any more, I'll try to show them to you guys. But yeah, that's what Fat Boys were. I think I also got one of the play sets out of my storage unit recently. So maybe I'll do another video. I'll follow up on that. So let me know if you guys want to see that. Let me know if you want me to get out the RC car. I might even go on eBay and try to track down that red Corvette eventually, because I think I did see it a while ago. Someone didn't know what it was, and they were selling it in like an RC car lot. I think I might go get it. It's still on there in a few days. But yeah, thanks for checking this out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm so glad I got to share these with you guys, because a lot of people have no idea what these are and sometimes find them, and now you know what they are. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Also, if you're wondering what this is our case of Hot Wheels we're opening. Me and my wife are opening this tonight when she gets home from work. This is a, I think a J case. Yes, it is. It's J case. So, brand new J case in here. I'm going to do a video eventually about update on weekly finds, because I think we're going to start buying cases instead.